Hello, Kevin Cortez here. Thanks again for looking into our franchise opportunity, and I hope you find this Applicant Learning Center not only educational, but I want it to be encouraging because it wasn't all that long ago I needed some encouragement, and I was just trying to stay afloat, and my life seemed to be in free fall because I suspect, like a lot of people in this economy, I was a bit overwhelmed with everything that was going on. And it seemed like everywhere I turned, businesses were paralyzed with fear and didn't want to do anything. And since my primary source of income was providing management consulting to small businesses, everything had hit a wall. And so at that point, I decided, well, I'm going to go get a real job. And so I tried to go back into the corporate world and, of course, went on a few interviews and jumped through all the hoops and attended all the career circuses that were in town. And it seemed like things were going to happen, and then they weren't. And so I began to continue looking around as to what to do with my life. And as I was searching, I stumbled upon what was going on in the world of mobile marketing. And I compared that with the traditional media, what was happening there, and then looking at emerging social media and all that's been going on. And I've been involved in branding and marketing for 30 years now. And it seemed like the more I learned about mobile marketing, the more opportunity I saw. And so where are we right now with mobile? Text marketing currently is still in the early adopters phase, and so there's just so much potential that's about ready to happen in the mobile space. And a lot's transpired just in a relatively short amount of time, and it's just really getting ready to take off. And right now there's so much opportunity, but the sky's the limit coming up in the next few years, and it's kind of like it's not how it used to be. You see a cartoon down there, the lady just is looking for a cell phone, and the guys there. This new THX X1138 has 30 gig hard drive and an MP3 player, an Ajax enabled web browser, and GPS 6.3 megapixel camera, HD camcorder, 75 video games, text messaging, and the lady interrupts him and says, "My mistake, I was looking for a cell phone." And when you think about the in the next not too distant future, right around the corner, more people are going to be accessing the internet on their phones than are viewing the internet from a desktop. And last week I just heard of a study they just came out with when they interviewed people that had smartphones and asked them what was the first thing they did in the morning before they got out of bed. 49% surveyed said that they reached for, you guessed it, their cell phones. And in that same survey, they asked them, if they forgot their wallet or the smartphone, which would they rather forget? And 56% thought it was worse to be without their smartphone than without their money or ID. And you can see by just some of the things that are transpiring right before our very eyes that mobile is here. And so the big companies, it isn't going unnoticed. 89% of the major brands out there have some type of budget for mobile marketing. And when you look at what Google and Microsoft and Apple and Quattro Wireless and Twitter and CloudHopper and all these companies, they're just spending hundreds of millions of dollars to position themselves because they see what's coming. And when the New York Times says that it's the most powerful medium ever invented, you know that you really just can't ignore what's going on. And so if you're in the advertising marketing world, you know that mobile ad dollars is going up. And last statistic I heard, mobile was up 124% in ad spending. I talked to a gentleman 2 days ago, and he was quoting me statistics that it's up 400%, but I haven't read that or confirmed it, so I'm going to stick with 124%. Whatever it is, it's going up. And yeah, there is emerging media that is in double-digit growth as far as social media, and unfortunately or fortunately, traditional media no longer works. I mean, radio, magazines, TV, all that, they're just, with all the technology and the way you can get information, it's just in free fall right now. But in the midst of this, it's pretty fragmented out there. I mean, the mobile space is very fragmented. I liken it unto the wild, wild west. It seems like everyone's running around with their six-shooter and firing off shots in every direction. And when I was looking at all this and seeing all the opportunity and to bring order into this, I came to the point where I had to make a decision, and I was either going to continue looking for a job or just cash out everything I had left and start a mobile marketing company. And the statistic that got me to pull the trigger was that mobile advertising was expected to grow in the U.S. from 1.2 billion to 5 billion in the next 3 years. So I figured an annual growth rate of over 106%. There was going to be more than enough business for everyone. So I went for it, and needless to say, I sweated it out for a while and until I finally started making money. But it did cost several $1,000s just to figure out what to do and what not to do. And the biggest takeaway I got was number one, to fully understand what to do, and number two, in what order. Because when you understand that, it takes the fear out of it. And I must say that it's been one of the best things I have ever done in my life. So I believe I've cracked the code. The principles and practices and disciplines, they can be duplicated. And so the question that you're going to have to answer in the next little while as you go through all the Applicant Learning Center information and whatnot is, are you being called forward to risk your dreams and your resources into the care and talents of a business partner to assist you in creating your desired life? And another question you're probably going to answer is Mobile Marketing Helper franchise, is our franchise the chosen vehicle to get you from where you are now to where you want to be in the future? And of course, in this selection process, it is two ways. It is a two-way street. So the question that's going to be before me is, am I being called to risk my proprietary systems and solutions and business secrets into your care? And as mentioned in the orientation welcome video, I do have some time that I've put into this, and if you were to bill out and look at my invoices that we saw, it was it would cost between $229,176 on the low side, and a conservative average would have been $286,470. That's how I came up with that figure right there, that $257,823. So I don't take this lightly, and so as we move forward, I'm excited to see what transpires, not only with mobile marketing overall, but I'm curious to see how some of the people that align themselves up with us do. And really, if all you want to do is make money, then this probably isn't for you, because if that's the primary goal, then you're going to have a low chance of success at this. If that's a primary goal, then I could say just turn this off right now and move on to something else. But if you want to focus on delivering great service to clients, and you understand that is important, and it's just not go in and make a little money and go out, but to build a client base with reoccurring revenue, and you will have a medium chance of success. I mean, that is important, yes, and there's money to be made and whatnot, but the business goals that I think that we need to have is focused around understanding the needs and solving the problems of the client. And so if you just focus on that, you're going to have a very high chance of success, because if you're helping them and they're getting a good return on their investment, which mobile does, it's the highest ROI out there right now, then the chances are it's gonna work out good if you follow the systems and practices and whatnot, and the disciplines, obviously. So mobile marketing is here. It's not only the future, but it is in the now. And so the revolution is upon us. So do you want to be a part of this revolution? And I'm looking forward to sharing some more information with you in the next section. So as you move through this Applicant Learning Center, might be a good idea to get out a piece of paper and write down a few things that you've you've discovered that make you want to become a business partner with us. But also list some things that may deter you from choosing not to align yourself and to move forward, and why they are deterring you, and we'll address those. But most importantly, any questions you may have, they will be settled and answered. So just relax and go through this Applicant Learning Center, and if anything else, you're going to learn some great information. So hopefully all those questions and concerns you have will be addressed then, and so we'll just see you in the next section, and we'll see you then.